We're number one.
Jimmy is being a cheap ass. You know, I'm like, damn.
You heard it here first.
Right, right.
Joe Rogan listens to our podcast.
Right, we're the best. You know, they say people that cuss are morons. So I'm an honest motherfucker. Put the fish away, Reggie.
It don't even hurt to give birth anymore.
Not for me.
There's nothing to it. Okay, let's do it. Come on. I'm ready. I want to do it.
I got one out right now. You want to
Give me a key. MAHD House Bar Talks, baby.
That is a bunch of shit, if you ask me. That doesn't make no sense.
Happy Easter.
What up?
What up? Easter Sunday. You going to the families?
No.
You ain't going to go see your sister?
No.
What's the matter with you? What are you going to, eat no ham? Nothing?
No.
Are you allowed to eat ham?
What do you mean am I allowed?
I don't know what religion you are. I never asked.
Don't ask now, I guess.
No, it's Easter Sunday. It's Easter Sunday, and we are closed for the day. Thank God I didn't have anybody that was going to work. I put it on the schedule. I made the schedule out, not realizing it was Easter Sunday last week.
Uh-huh.
And when I made the schedule out, I started getting people complaining right away. What do you mean? I can't work Sunday? Like, oops, sorry. But, you know, I was thinking because, you know, Easter is a celebration of Christ raising from the grave. And it's kind of weird that we don't have any cemeteries being built. Like, we built a lot of nursing homes in the last, 20 years.
People don't die no more. I'm just kidding.
I mean, where are they burying them? When's the last time you seen somebody just put in a new graveyard? I ain't never seen it.
Well, when they made them, they probably made them for a lot of space. Like, there's still room. Everyone I go to, there's plenty of room. I go all the time, though.
We're in the fucking Matrix.
No, I go to them all the time. We deliver the concrete in there.
To the vaults?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Well, I don't know if it's the vaults or it's where they set the headstones or whatever. I don't know. We just take concrete in there.
I wonder if you guys do the vaults.
No, our company does make the vaults.
They do make those vaults for sure. Yeah, that's I just don't understand. I mean, how come we need so many new nursing homes, but we don't need graveyards? Like, I just don't see them building graveyards.
Like I said, when they built them, they put a lot of land. So there's still more land.
I don't know. I think I've heard that. No, I don't think that's true. I think if you do the research, I don't think it's there.
I don't think we just don't see them in this area.
I think 10 years ago, I think I heard somebody say that's an issue with that. Like, that doesn't add up. The math doesn't add up.
I don't know.
I swear to God, I think I seen that.
Well, a lot of people back then didn't get cremated and stuff. They just buried them.
Yeah, but I think that statistically, it's still a lot more people get buried than cremated, isn't it? Or no?
I don't know.
I don't know either. But anyways, it just made me think about that. Like, we're building a whole lot of nursing homes, and supposedly COVID killed. How many did Kamala say? I forget how many she said. 400 million or something. Whatever she said.
I remember that.
And where's them graveyards at? That's all I'm saying. Where is the new graveyards? That's all I'm asking. And on the Easter subject, did you see what Netflix did?
I heard about something about it, about the Mel Gibson thing.
Yeah, so they took that, they put on Mel Gibson's Passion of the Christ, which is, hey, that's great. It's Easter Sunday. That's, everybody wants to watch it or go to that play or whatever, you know what I mean? But then they edit out anything that had to do with the Old Testament. Just left it blank.
Mm-hmm.
That is crazy. Like, they'll put anything else out there, but not that. Like, Christianity is the thing they're going to set their hat on. They'll put out, videos that say that 9/11 was fake. But they won't put in the Old Testament in the Passion of the Christ. That is disgusting, man. I think everybody just needs to cancel Netflix. They just need to go away.
Didn't you cancel them before for something?
I did, but then they brought it. I needed them for the NFL. They got me back. Well, I had to have it for the bar for sure, because you can't have NFL games going on at the bar, and you don't have, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got to have, and that was the only place it was streamed, was on Netflix. You know what I mean? So what else are you gonna do? You have to do that. But anyways, yeah, Netflix. Everybody should cancel them. Fuck them. They're bastards. I'm tired of their bullshit.
What if they gave us a spot on there?
Netflix.
You would want to cancel them?
I mean, if they're gonna edit me from saying Jesus or something, yeah, probably, yeah. I don't think you could just buy me out. Yeah, you probably could. I probably could. Yeah, I could be bought out for sure. I could be bought out.
Well,
No
at least
question.
you're honest.
I am honest.
Yeah, most people would be like, no, you can't buy me out. And then they get bought out and shit.
Yeah, right. They're like, oh, you're not gonna do that to me.
Right.
So the big story this week is there's all female astronauts. They flew into space and they're back and they're safe. Do you feel better?
Yeah. We got some astronauts around here.
Nobody's talking about Aaron Knapp.
Oh. Wow.
He's an alien, I think. Not a
Yeah,
right.
oh.
That's a different. Is that different than an astronaut?
I just wanted to thank him for the view anyways.
Yeah.
Because he watches us now. You know what I mean?
He gets so mad. He's like, "Oh, they're just running my story for
Right,
views."
right.
Fuck yeah, we are. What do you mean?
Hell yeah.
Duh. That's the way it works.
And we keep mentioning him. We gave him the most fame he ever had in his life.
Yeah, I don't know. It seemed like everybody kind of he was more notorious though. Everybody seems to hate that guy.
Yeah.
And there's another thing. I was just seeing that. I think that supposedly that video he took down, he was threatening Tia in that video.
For real?
That's what I was told. I don't know. I didn't see it for myself, but supposedly that's what I was told. Yeah. Yeah. She's had sheriffs at her house multiple times now over him threatening her, I guess. I don't know. That's what she says anyways. You know. That's what she's I don't know any of it. I'm just telling you what I've heard. But that I didn't hear that from her. I heard that from other people though.
Yeah.
But I did see that she was saying something. She was complaining about something, and I'm assuming that's what it is then at that point. Once I heard that. Yeah. Threatening her, I should say.
Oh.
Yeah.
As a guy, it's still, you gotta worry about that shit. But as a woman, you really gotta worry about that shit.
A little bit, yeah.
What do you mean a little bit?
I think Tia would take him. I'm pretty sure Tia takes him. I mean, have you met Tia? I mean, he likes to lay on the ground and submit anyways, right?
Right. Yeah.
She'll be there pegging him.
Everybody's like, why didn't you help Andy? I said, what? Go get him the Vaseline or what? What the hell?
In submission mode.
Yeah. Take it. Go ahead.
I didn't realize though when he was down there, he was biting and pulling hair though. I didn't get that. I didn't see that.
Yeah,
I didn't notice that at first.
I got phone calls this week. My own family members. Why didn't you help that old man? I'm like, that old man. Where? Which old man? Andy? And then they're like, no, the old guy that was on the ground. I said, he's younger than me.
And he's younger than Santa.
Yeah. I'm like, I'm 54. He's 50.
Right.
How old are you?
I'm 51.
Who's older, you or him?
I can't remember. I think I'm older, I think I'm still older. Or if it's real close, I know that.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm the old man here. What are you guys talking about? So then it was like, just the way they came about everything. And I was like, oh my God.
There's some people, when they look at it, they just think he's being...
Because he just shows him on the ground with the Andy on top.
Well, no, even when they watch the video, they look at it and they think that he's getting pummeled. And it's like, if you really look at that, that's not what's happening at all. That guy's swinging on everybody. And that the kid swings back, and Andy's trying to contain him and stop him from doing it anymore and keep away from the kids. And then you step over and the kids kind of leave. Nobody like jumps him. He doesn't get jumped, but they act like that's what happened.
Right. Well, first of all, he was the only person in this place that was trespassing at that time. Nobody else was trespassing. Everybody had business here. They was drinking their drinks and then they was leaving after that drink. Ogle was over there minding his business with someone drinking his drink. You got, Mariah. Everybody there had business. His business was over with. It was time for him to leave. When he was asked to leave and then he was told to leave, that's trespassing.
Yeah, you were sending me some links on that earlier in the week. You were showing me something. Let me see if I could find that. I know you sent it to me. Here it is right here. So that's on the left screen. So this is what you sent me. It says, in Lorain County, Ohio, you can use reasonable force to remove a trespasser, but only if they are not committing or attempting to commit any other offenses besides trespassing. This force must be necessary and proportional to the situation. You can use verbal commands, gestures, basically physical force or physical escort or to remove the individual, which is exactly what happened. That is exactly what happened in that instance. And then what was that other one you sent me? Because you sent me two of them. I don't know. I don't even think I read the other one, to be honest. I just read that one. I was like, I'm good.
Well, thanks. Appreciate that.
Where's the other one at? Right here. Criminal trespass as a misdemeanor.
The 4th degree misdemeanor.
This is a general penalty for knowingly entering and remaining on someone else's property without permission or failing to leave after being told to do so. So that's a 4th degree misdemeanor.
He was trespassing.
Absolutely, 100%. There's no question that's a trespass. And I was told actually by the sheriff's department that I should file a trespass on him. You know what I mean? And I'm just like, I told them, I told everybody, I'm like, I don't waste people's fucking time. Right. There's no reason to waste taxpayers' money. I mean, if the worst case scenario is what, he goes to jail overnight or something, or maybe gets bonded out even tonight. Who knows? It just doesn't, to me, it just seems like a waste. I mean, why waste anybody's time with this bullshit?
Right. But once he was put out the door, dragged out, he wasn't assaulted like everybody says. Oh, he was assaulted. No, he was put out.
Well, they said he was jumped. Everybody kept saying he was jumped. He was definitely not jumped.
Even if he was jumped, he fucking come running in the door swinging on everybody.
I get it, but he was not jumped.
No,
period.
He wasn't.
He just was not jumped. That did not happen. That was not the case.
Right.
But anyways, I'm tired of talking about him.
Yeah, well, we're trying to give him more than 15 minutes. That's all.
Let's talk about somebody that's funnier.
Who's funnier? Oh,
this guy right here, Mr. Michael Ogle.
Oh my God!
You know what? He's got to go Easter Sunday. He's probably going to have dinner with his parents today. That can't be fun after all this bullshit. He's probably like, fuck.
I think everybody probably won't even mention it.
Yeah, except us. We're going to keep mentioning.
No, you will.
A little bit. That's what's going to happen. But here's his shirt he's got on. I love this shirt. So I had to take a picture. Chase knowledge, not bitching. Which is great. To me, that's the funniest thing ever.
We're going to call this the Ogle Show.
This is, I mean, dude, we could walk around and just follow Ogle and just Ogle, because Kyle's involved in that.
Yeah.
Because just the Kyle and Ogle factor when you're watching, oh my God, it's hilarious. Those guys those two crack me up. But this is the incident that happened, and I don't know, should I do a full screen for this one? I probably should.
Do a full screen. It's hilarious.
This should be a full screen for everybody. So let's put this up as full. Let me see, left. Let me see, left frame. Is that it? Yeah, there we go. All right, here we go. So this is Mike. Okay, and I have to explain it for people that are listening and not
they get it
watching it.
Yeah.
But what it is Ogle at some point here, he's sitting at the bar, and at this time, Daniela is inside counting the money. Right inside that door, she's like doing her drawer count and stuff. It's the end of the night. And Mike thinks to himself, this heater's on. I'm going to climb up on the bar, and I'm going to unplug this heater so that Jimmy and Amanda do not have, electric bill.
Yeah.
And then thank you, Ogle. I appreciate it. And he gets up there, and he's struggling. He gets his hand on the cord, and it must not want to come out. But when it comes out, he face plants onto the cooler, rolls sideways, and then ends up on the ground. And then Daniela says she's sitting there. She thought him and Andy got in a fight. She said she hears all this ruckus.
Because Andy's so aggressive.
That's what she's going. I can't understand it. So she goes, he's just standing up, putting his hat on. She's opening the door like, what's going on here? And Ogle's just shaking it off. But man, is he bruised up from that one. But hey, my electric bill's in great shape. I'm in good shape on the electric bill. Thank you, Mike. I appreciate it.
He gets 2 beers for that.
Always looking out, bruh. Always looking out. And then I got like Alexa is like telling me she's like, oh, that's so sad, and it's like I know I could barely laugh at it.
Just barely.
Which I lied. I laughed my ass off.
Oh my God, you said it to me and I was dying.
Dude, I'm glad he didn't get hurt.
No.
God damn, dude, that's like I don't know what happened there. With just I don't know. He just the plug comes out and then he's just down.
He's lucky he didn't pull that heater on top of himself.
Yeah, he must have busted because I have those zip tied up. Like the cords are like up there, zip tied up, and now it's just hanging all down. So he must have busted the zip tie on it or something.
Oh,
poor Mike.
Yeah, that guy.
Poor Mike. We have another thing going on at the bar.
What's it?
The bar's haunted.
Oh God.
It is.
Okay.
You don't believe it?
Oh yeah, I do actually.
You do.
I seen it.
You seen it with your own eyes?
Yeah.
You were here when it happened?
Twice.
So I'm going to play this one next. This is the next one I'm playing. This is, Bill, who was one of our regulars here, he came in every day and he'd stayed at the end of the bar and played pool tabs and he'd drink Coors Light. And when he was done with the beer, he would set the beer on the end of the bar and he'd just put his chip on it. And the girls knew just take it and he'd take his, because we have poker chips you could buy a bucket and you get poker chips if you want. So he is not there, but after he passed away, Azare puts up this nice
little memorial
right where he sits, and it's got everybody kind of put some beer chips there for him, bought him a beer or whatever. And somebody put it on top of the beer because that's how he always did it. So Rick is here and his wife heads out. She's heading to go to the bathroom. She kind of looks at his, little memorial on her way out. And as he's sitting there, watch right above this Great Lakes right here. If you just watch right there, this chip just comes, nobody's near it, nothing. The chip just pops off of it. Just comes right off of it. And Rick's like, what the hell was that? You could see him like, as it pops out of there, it shocks him. He's just like looking around like, well, how did that happen? You know what I mean? It's pretty wild, but it's going to happen here in just a second if you're watching a video. There it goes right there. And there's Rick looking like, what the hell? And then next to him, this guy's over here. They're just like, what in the world happened, right? So then I bring it up and somebody goes, oh, it happened last night too. I go, what do you mean it happened last night? So last night, the key is with last night's one is that this one here, this is at night, and it goes real quick at the beginning of this video, so you have to watch, and I'll rewind it again so you could see it, because I want to set it up. What happens here is Andy, that does the music at night, he plays and he actually says this is for Bill. He's playing a song for Bill. It's Bill's favorite song, right? And as he plays it, this happens. This chip comes flying off the top of the bottle. Like, dude, it's kind of creepy. It's a little bit creepy, I think. Same thing. Everybody freaking out about it, And it's not the only times it's happened. I mean, that's a little bit much, I think, over there. I'm thinking a little bit too much with the haunted. So Bill is visiting us. He's still at the end of the bar, apparently, and he still wants a Coors Light. I sent it to my mother. My mother said, get him a fresh beer. He probably just needs a new beer. I said, yeah, that beer probably is sitting there pretty
Stagnant.
stagnant. Probably getting old. Probably got warm. He probably wanted a cold one, you know. So that's our haunted bar, which I mean, all these girls think it's haunted upstairs anyways when they come upstairs.
Yeah, you got all of these motors going and stuff, and they just ain't used to it.
Yeah, they were like, oh, it's creepy up there. It's like, it's just old. It's like the upstairs was an apartment in probably the 1930s or something. It's paneling.
Well, you got all the
compressors and stuff back there.
And everything, so they hear stuff that they ain't used to. That's all it is.
You don't hear them hoods no more, though.
Huh? Yeah,
We put them new hoods in, man. That thing is quiet.
Yeah.
All you hear is the air movement now. That's pretty nice. That's pretty nice. What else do I have going on around here? Well, this all woman space flight we got. So this is all women space flight in Bezos' Blue Origin rocket program.
Oh, he's got a rocket program now too?
Apparently. It's called Blue Origin. Apparently he does, and it's called Blue Origin. But here's the thing that's weird to me, which I don't understand about it, is that we just had a woman astronaut come back from space that was there for, I don't know, 9 months? I forget what it was. And she come back from space and she was a real astronaut, like an actual astronaut. You know what I mean? Like she went through the training. She looked sickly from being up in space all that time. Her hair went gray. I mean, it's not a good look on her. And they put the girls up there, and they're all done up with their makeup and their hair and all this stuff, and everybody's going, it's fake. And I'm thinking, why can't an all-woman crew go to space now? You know what I mean? It's autonomous. I mean, it's not like you need them to drive. You know? I mean, you don't need them to drive, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, sure, why not send them? But I think they may have faked it. I think they might be right. I think there's a good chance they might be right about this. And I'll tell you, one of the things that sticks out to me is that on the rocket ship, or whatever you want to call it, the spaceship that they took, the spaceship, they show the Blue Origin spaceship in other pictures in the past, and the door is opening out. It's opening out, like every airplane, spaceship that you've ever seen in your life. It's opening out. The door is, okay? All of a sudden now, they're showing this one. They land, and then the even worse is that you know what? I've got a video on this. Let me go back to the video. I can go to the video on this. We'll play this video real quick. So this video here is
the Blue Origin flight to space has so many conspiracies. Jeff Bezos is seen here opening up the door with a special device because it can only be opened from the outside and with the special tool. But literally moments before that, this happened. The door was opened from the inside, and the woman ran to the door and closed it as soon as possible, but everything was captured by the live feeds.
So it's captured that she's opening the door. It's actually captured that she's opening the door, and they go ahead and still fake him doing this
Opening
of the door. Like they've got him over there, like just literally like with this special key and all this stuff. The door was just open 3 seconds before, and we all seen it. And it's opening in. It's not opening out.
You know, when we first started doing this podcast, you kept saying I was a conspiracy theorist.
But it doesn't make sense. This one doesn't add up, man. I can't. I'm trying to think what's the play. I mean, they didn't go very far. They didn't go deep into space. They just got into what it was. 3
minutes or whatever.
Yeah, they were like up there for like maybe 3 minutes, whatever that is, and then they come back and they're astronauts all of a sudden.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
They were astronauts before they went.
Space cadets.
Yeah, space cadets. There you go.
No, so they go into space for 3 seconds or whatever it is, or 3 minutes, whatever it is, and they show them floating or whatever, but their hair's down. That's another thing that doesn't add up. Their hair isn't like, because you've seen the video of the woman that was actually in space, the actual astronaut that was on the space station. She's froed up like this the whole time. Her hair is just completely up in the air. Their hair's laying down.
Well, they're singers and stuff, you know.
More hairspray.
Yeah, more hairspray.
And then they come down and they're like kissing the ground, like Katy Perry that kissed the ground or whatever. Like, what in the world? Like, I mean, if going into space for 3 minutes makes her an astronaut, does that make you a gynecologist? I mean, you've been in there for 3 minutes, right?
2.
I mean, I don't understand. Like, how does that make them an astronaut?
I don't know.
They got on top of a ship, supposedly. I don't even know if they did now, though, because when you see that way that door opened ahead of time, and then he comes over there with his little fake key like he's opening it.
Why would he involve himself in that shit?
I have no idea.
You get what I'm saying? Maybe to draw attention to himself because of Elon or something.
Well, I thought maybe he was having all women up there. I thought one of them was driving. I didn't know it was autonomous. I thought he was going to one-up Elon Musk. Figured they'd take a right turn and end up in Mars.
Yeah. You're going to get some backlash.
Yeah, well, you know, I'm always on that side. Usually, I'm kind of a one-sided when it comes to gender. I kind of stick to one side. But yeah, so that's got to be. And then they're saying like. They say about this Daisy or whatever, like they're like, oh, that would have wilted. It's like, I don't know if it would have in 10 minutes. I don't know that it would have wilted in 10 minutes. But I don't know that they were actually, but even an airplane, the door would open out and be more, like it just doesn't add up. And then the other thing that doesn't add up is it comes down and you see the big poof of smoke that pops up, like it's like, it definitely disturbs the ground around it or whatever. But then when they open the door on it, there's like, plant life like right up against it and stuff. It's just, I don't know, man. And it doesn't, that, like I said, they show that Blue Origin door that's open, that literally that Blue Origin door is opening out. I don't get it. I don't understand it. And then they're like going on and on about how they're like astronauts and they're safe space flights and blah, blah, blah. And it's just a whole bunch of hoopla and then nothing adds up. That's the thing. That door to me is the biggest, like, what? Because I don't make sense. Like, if they open it up from the inside, then don't even pretend with the key now. Just like let them open it up from the inside and move on.
Nobody,
you know what I mean?
Drawn so much attention to it.
Yeah, you wouldn't even have thought about it. You'd been like, oh, they can unlock it from the inside. No, I don't know that or think about it. But then when you see that, you go, what the hell is going? That's I don't know. It's goofy. Goofy. So I guess we'll move on from that.
Thank God.
The Lorain County, they just issued now, like you can go get a code red emergency alert for anybody that's interested in that. You can go download the app on your phone, and then emergency alerts will come out from the county right to you. I don't know if it's from the sheriff's department or all police departments or what it is, but Lorain County's set up for it now. I think that's kind of cool. I mean, a lot of places have that. I was looking at that, like, in Gaza and stuff, like they live their lives in Israel. They live their lives with those like pop up that missiles are coming in and shit. Like, no, thank you. Wouldn't want to live like that. But it would be nice to have code red alerts instead of like having to find out later that there's a gunman that's on the loose that they're chasing down.
Block or something.
Yeah, that would be much better to have it on your app. So I mean, I tried to do the code red alert. I tried to go do it, but I got in it because. It's this fucking Apple. I'm ready to get rid of my iPhone, I'm telling you. Pissing me off. So the iPhone now, all of a sudden at the beginning of the year now, if I go to purchase an app or if I go to advertise, like when I advertise for the business on Facebook, when I go to advertise on Facebook, if I do a $20 ad on Facebook, when I finally go to check out, Apple Pay charges me another $18.96. So you pay double because Apple just gets the same amount of money for no reason whatsoever other than you're using an iPhone at that moment. And they've done it. It started since the beginning of the year. Now, I talked to Keith, and he said his has been doing it since last year when he first started using them. So maybe because he was a new account, but mine just started doing it. Mm-hmm. So anyways, what happened was this code red alert comes out or whatever, and I go to use it and it won't work. So I'm looking at there was an app I was trying to do probably like a week before. I was trying to do this app for video editing or whatever. And it was $100 for the year for this app. So I go to cash out and it says 99. I said, yes, Apple Pay or whatever, do it. Boom. All of a sudden, I get a notification. There was a $270 possibly fraud alert from Apple Security or from my bank, Was this you? No, it wasn't, because mine was $99, period. That's what it was. And I don't know how it could get to $270, so no, it's not me. So I say, no, it's not me. You know what happens when you say it's not you? They shut your fucking card off. Your debit card don't work no more. It's done. It's absolutely done. So I didn't even think about it. I go to download this code red alert. No, my card wasn't and I don't think it cost me money, but you have to have your billing information in there. You know what I mean? That's like how it is or whatever. But yeah, so yeah, I lost my debit card. I got it back yesterday. It actually came back yesterday, but I got a new one or whatever. But yeah, Apple just charging the shit out of you for no reason. So you're paying Facebook for advertising for a service, a true service that you're getting, and Apple's just hitting you for the same amount or more, or close to the same amount or more. But I could go run that same ad on my computer and I don't pay extra to Apple. That's crazy to me. So I don't know if they're going to keep doing that. I don't know. I'd say they're going to kill Apple stock or it's going to make it go up skyrocket because they're just making money for nothing. They're like, yeah, we'll make everything Facebook's making for advertisement. Why not? And do nothing. Wow. Or even apps too. That was an app that I was trying to download that was $270 to download the app. Like, you can't use the phone without apps. You're going to charge me to buy apps that I have to buy instead of free apps, and this doesn't make any sense to me. So Apple, I'm going to be one of them Droid guys here pretty soon, I think. It's just the way it's going to happen. So anyways, Code Red Emergency Alert System, Lorain County. Lorain County also issued a fraudulent alert for spoof phone calls.
Oh, that's pretty interesting.
There's two of them that went out. One is that they call you and tell you have to report to jail, which I don't see what they get out of that, unless they're just going to rob you when you get there. I don't know. But that happens, that they're like, but we would never call you and have you report to jail. That would never happen. But I guess they're spoofing the number. So when it comes up, it says like Lorain County Sheriff's or whatever. So it looks legit when you get this phone call. And then the other one is from the jail. Same thing. It's a spoofed number. It looks legit. But they want you to pay $800 and they'll get an ankle monitor for your loved one to get out of jail. So, because the jails are overcrowded, it said.
I would love Willie to come home.
Right? And then you just put out the money? Well, I mean, I got suckered from jail. I told you about that. I never told you about me getting suckered from jail?
No.
Oh, wow. So when I had Genesis Interiors and my office was down in the basement and when I lived on Albrecht, I'm down there and I get a phone call one day and the person was calling from jail. Well, I bailed a couple of my drywallers out of jail before. That's happened. Do you know what I mean? It's just something that's kind of what construction is. So I answer it because I couldn't understand the name. I think it might be one of my employees. It's not. It's some random dude. And he goes, oh shit. He goes, I got the wrong number. I'm sorry. He goes, can you just do me a favor? Can you call my mom? She's at work. And I go, usually I just go, fuck you. But for whatever reason, I'm feeling nice this day. You know what I mean? And I decide, okay, yeah, I'll do that. So he tells me to, call call the number, and then *67 or whatever. It gives her the extension. It'll put you into where her desk is. Okay, so I do exactly what he says. Next couple days, I don't get no phone calls at the house or at the office, but I would hear it go like a little quick ring, and it would stop, and I didn't know what it was. All of a sudden, I get a phone bill for, I forget what it was, like $1,500 or something like that, right?
Everybody in jail's using your number.
Well, what it was, what I had done apparently was I set it up to call forward his mom, which the way his mom answered the phone threw me off too. Once she answered, she goes, "Okay, thank you," and like hung up, and it didn't sound like she was at work. You know what I'm saying? So but I didn't think too much of it because I just, whatever. I felt good about myself. I did something nice. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But what it turned out to be was I was call forwarding to his mom, and his mom would just accept the charges. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know how they came up with that. It was a pretty good scam. I'm the dumbass that fell for it.
Oh, that's funny.
But so yeah, I that sticks to my heart. It makes me feel like,
Yeah, quit doing a nice thing.
Yeah, don't do nice shit for people. That's how I feel. You're right. That's exactly what happens. Well, it's anytime I try to do something better, shit happens. I swear to God, it aggravates the shit out of me. It's just like those chairs. How many times have I bought them and they're garbage? And I try to upgrade every time. The first chairs I bought, I liked. I thought that it was a nice, comfortable fit. They actually lasted the longest. Mm-hmm. And then the next time I tried to upgrade, I got a swivel with some arms, and I thought it was going to be a real nice chair.
They didn't last for shit.
No, the bearings fell out. They started falling apart instantly.
The first week, yeah.
Yeah. Then I thought them other ones would be nice because everybody bitches about the height of the bar. So I ordered those because they screw jacked, adjusted, but they come out and they're like fucking that big. Like they could barely fit one cheek on it, On a skinny girl, they could fit one cheek. So those sucked ass. So then I go back to the original chairs. So I go to the exact same place, buy the exact same chairs, and them fuckers fall apart way faster than anything has. So then now I'm like, okay, that's it. I'm done. I'm getting the fucking steel, all welded, like the bar stools that are inside, but raw steel, all welded. Like I'm going to pay for them. I don't care. And I freaking order them on Thursday. And I go ahead and order them. I pay for them or whatever. They fucking take it out of my account 3 times now. They just keep taking the money out of my account. And I don't know. I haven't seen anything that said they're shipping. So I'm probably getting scammed for that too. No good deed goes unpunished.
Then you get the people that'll say, "Damn, you need new chairs."
I know. It makes you fucking squid, dude. Because I bought them at this point now, per seat out there, I'm $400 in or something. You know what I mean? Because I spent, the first chairs were $60 a piece. The second chairs were $180 a piece. They were really expensive. Those ones that really fell apart real fast. Then the other ones were back around that 60 range. And then these ones that are out there right now are around the 70 range. And then now I'm just buying them. I'm paying 100 and something, and they're fixed, all steel, welded, no screws anywhere to bust, it's all welded. Everything's welded. So hopefully we'll have good comfort. And they're just like the chairs that are inside, not the ones that swivel, but the other ones I have with the ladder backs or whatever on them. They're just like those, but they're just raw steel welded, basically, with a nice little cushion on them. And those are pretty comfortable. Mm-hmm. But if they'll just hold up, I'll be happy, because right now there's almost no chairs out there, and I put them all together, all the pieces parts, and there's still no breaking again, and then just it's a nightmare. Those chairs have been, and then like you say, you got to listen to everybody you're not trying,
right,
aggravates the shit out of you. And then last night I go out there and there are people standing around, and it's
yeah, I probably would stand too.
Well, I get it. No, I'm saying there was no chairs for them to sit in.
Yeah, and then they drag them. They'll grab a good chair from over here. They'll move that chair over here because something's wrong with it.
And then the next thing I got to do is the inside chairs, because those are getting bad. The swivel chairs inside. That'll have to be on the agenda here soon. That's going to have to happen. But anyways, yeah, I got scammed, so I'm just telling you about the scams. And I probably just got scammed again we'll see if I have chairs in a couple. It says they ship in 2 to 3 days.
How many times they charge you?
3. But I called my bank already, but they're acting like I'm the asshole. They won't even take it. It's like I've been at this bank for 35 years, and they're like, well, we can file a dispute. That's all we can do. It's like, fuck you.
So what? How many did you order?
I ordered 25 chairs.
So you're gonna probably get 75. 75.
The whole
chairs,
bar will have all new shit. Well, I mean, if that happened, I wouldn't be as mad, I guess. But
Yeah, you got something.
they're being scandalous because they changed it by a penny. So the original bill was like whatever it was, 55 cents. Then the next one was 54 cents. Then the 53 cents. Now all of a sudden I see that they're all 54 cents and the invoice has changed to 54, but that's not how they rang originally. They didn't ring at that amount originally. That did not happen. So I don't know. The whole thing is it's a mess. I'm just gonna turn into a pizza shop.
Yeah, just come to the window and grab it.
Yep, no sit down. Just come get it and leave. Be the way to go. That Carmelo Anthony, I wanted to talk about him, not the basketball player. The kid that stabbed the Austin Metcalf in Texas at the track game. Have you seen that?
Yeah, I've seen clips of it.
So it's a twin, okay? So two twins are they're in a tent, I guess, at the track. Like, I don't know, maybe that's where the team meets up or whatever. And this Carmelo Anthony comes over to the tent, and they're like, you're in the wrong tent. Whatever happens, they start talking shit to each other, basically. And that Carmelo Anthony reaches in his bag, and he said, don't touch me. And the kid touched him. He said, I'm telling you, don't touch me again. And he touched him again, and he stabbed him right in his fucking chest. A high school kid, right? Mm-hmm. So it's crazy because he gets to the police immediately and he's like, is he going to be all right? It's you stabbed him in the chest. No, he's not going to be all right. What the fuck is the matter with you? But second off, he might get away with it. I'm looking at all the laws yesterday. I'm like reading all the laws. There's a good chance he gets away with this. He's well, for one, he's out on bond right now. They lowered his bond from like $1 million to $250,000. Okay. But if you look at the stand your ground laws, they don't have to have a weapon. If there's multiple people and you feel you're in fear, you have the right to protect yourself just like that. And you don't have no duty to retreat. Like when there's not a stand your law and stand your ground, you have a duty to retreat if there's no weapons involved. You have a duty. In Texas, that's not the case. It's stand your ground. So there's a chance that literally he gets away with that. He literally stabs a twin right in front of him, lets him die in his arms, and is going to get off. I'm not saying he's gonna for sure 100%. They have to say it. It has to be a legitimate fear, but who can argue what that kid thought?
Right.
You know what I mean? You don't know what he thought because having multiple people is definitely a threat. So you already got twins, but he's got his whole team too. So there's multiple people there. That is an acceptable deemed threat according to the stand your ground law in Texas. So there's a good chance this kid's, and then there's rumors going on that because first of all, they started a GoFundMe for the kid. It was up to like $400,000, but I heard they took it down now. But there's rumors that they bought a new house with it's like Escalade because he showed up at the hearing and they were in a new Escalade. Now if his parents don't own that Escalade, there's a good chance it was probably his attorney's Escalade or something. You know what I mean? That's just it don't mean anything. But yeah, there's a good chance that by law this kid was in the right to do that, and I would never have once in a million years thought stand your ground would mean that. Not in my opinion. That is not acceptable. First of all, what the hell was he doing with a knife at a track meet anyways? Why did the kid even have a knife at the track meet? To me, that alone tells me you're going to do nefarious shit, because you don't have the right to carry a concealed weapon at 16 years old or 17 years old or whatever you are. You don't have that right. You don't have that like right to carry, do you? A concealed weapon? I don't think so. Maybe in Texas. I don't know. Texas might be different.
Texas is different.
Yeah. So I mean, we have stand your ground, but I don't think like if you're under 18, you can't have a concealed weapon. I don't think. Maybe an out and open weapon, but not a concealed weapon.
Well, there's a lot of details we don't know about that. So
there's a lot of details we do know about it. We know the facts are the facts. He walked in a tent. Nobody's arguing that this Austin Metcalf and them weren't saying, you're in the wrong tent, get out and bickering and fighting with this kid. Nobody's arguing that. And then this kid, this Carmelo Anthony is just like, touch me and see what happens, with his hand in the bag. And then he did, just to be an asshole, didn't punch him or nothing. He just pushed him, like touched him like that, That there's eyewitnesses that says exactly what happened. And then he said, do it again. I dare you. And he did it, and he fucking stabs him right in the goddamn chest. Kills the kid. Over at a track meet. It's crazy. But if you look at the law, he might get away with it. That is insane to me. I wouldn't stand up for, I wouldn't be as prone to want to vote for stand your ground, knowing that's the case.
right.
That you could get away with that, like that, if that's the case. But I don't know that he'll actually get away with it. I don't know if he'll get off at all. I'm shocked that he's even out on bond. That's, to me, is crazy. Especially with a twin out there. That twin might just go kill him. Twins, I mean, that's different. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. They're like connected, or whatever you want to call it. I wouldn't want to. Yeah. No, thank you. No, thank you. But anyways, that's in Texas. Around here, we got the e-check stations. They're wanting to close them, but then they're going to send you an affidavit. You got to fill out an affidavit saying your car is good and explaining whatever it is. You're going to, some sort of form you're going to have to fill out.
What,
and then they're going to,
yearly or something, or annually? What?
I don't know. I don't know. They're just going to have you fill out this form. Well, I don't know if it's passed, but that's what they're trying to do. But then after you fill out the form, they're going to have you go, they'll have somebody go through it, I guess. I don't know how they're going to do that. And then they're going to decide, they're going to look at it and go, yeah, he's good. Yeah, he's good. Nope, this guy needs to go check. I don't think this car is going to make it anything. Isn't that weird?
Man, that whole thing's weird. What is there? How many places around here in Ohio that has that?
I don't know, but they can't get rid of them if they're going to randomly pick people to go get to, right? That doesn't make sense.
No.
I mean, you still would have to have an employee there. Like, it just doesn't make sense to me. I don't get it.
Well, we had talked about this before. Remember when they was charging people when they shouldn't have been?
Yeah. Yeah.
They owe me money. Send my money.
So that's going on around here. Westlake, the Angelo's Pizza owner, that mess or whatever. Did you see him yet?
Yeah.
It's crazy. Yeah. 66 years old. And the second time in like a few months that a woman's come running out of his house trying to escape. and nobody goes to jail. How does nobody go? And this woman said she was stabbed. And nobody goes to jail. She says she's stabbed and nobody goes to jail. How the hell does that happen?
What'd you say he owned it? What did he own?
Angelo's Pizza.
It must be good pizza.
It's got to be damn good pizza. I don't understand. There was 3 women in his house and him, and they're all like from 20 to 27. He's 66 years old. And nobody goes to jail. Something's, and they said that the cops are being called there constantly. Like the neighborhood's like, it's a nice, well-to-do neighborhood in Westlake, and they're just like, I'm tired of this dude. This is constant with them. Mm-hmm. And then you got women just running out trying to escape. They broke the window. She broke the window to get out.
I'm sure this is not the end of it. They're probably going to court.
Yeah, but how did you not go to jail, dude?
They're getting stuff together to lock him up for sure.
He should have went to jail is all I'm saying. He should be in jail If women are running out of your house saying that they got stabbed, you should be in jail. And then he ran a report too, like he said, or he ran a statement on his page that said that the one girl came there and another one stabbed him or something like that. Like it was between the girls or whatever, and had nothing to do with him or whatever. But then he just instantly took it down right away. So I don't know. I really don't know what it is. There goes. She makes a good point. The air is already bad. Who cares if the emissions are a little bit off? They do. That's Carla. But yeah. So I don't know. That's happening.
Hey,
you got young girls. What kind of parties are going on in there, dude? That's got to be just like straight kicking at parties, right? That's Jeffrey Epstein shit, right? For sure.
Who knows?
It's got to be. What else would it be?
Just having pizza.
66-year-old man with 3 women,
got good
20
pizza.
to 27 years old.
Good pizza.
No, this was at his house. This wasn't at the
That's what I'm
pizza shop.
saying. He probably makes them better at home.
Oh, okay. Maybe it is. Is that what it is?
Yeah.
All right.
Don't be judgy.
What about the Barberton man and his wife? Do you see that fight?
No.
So this man and women start fighting in Barber. It's just, I mean, this is all around here, dude. This shit's crazy. And this is a stabbing in Texas. This Westlake, this woman said she was stabbed, although now it doesn't. I mean, nobody went to jail, so I don't know how that but either way. Now in Barberton, this man and woman are fighting. And a woman runs out of the apartments, and she's getting in her friend's car, supposedly. It's another guy, though. It's a husband and wife fighting. The wife's getting in another man's car, supposedly a friend. Supposedly he's going to take her to a domestic violence shelter. Mm-hmm. Supposedly, that's what was said. After the fact, I don't know what was going on ahead of time. But the husband rolled up and shot his ass. Straight up shot him. Sprayed him with pepper spray and then shot him. Right in front of the, right in the main road, right there in Barberton. And then she's like, oh, he was taking me to a domestic violence shelter, blah, 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 blah. It's like, what's the odds? You didn't have a girlfriend to take you to domestic violence center? Why was it a guy? Doesn't it make you wonder a little bit?
Not really.
How come I am the only one that accuses people on air and you fucking accuse them all day when we're not on air?
Because I'm smart.
No, I just don't understand it. I don't get it.
No, this is a conversation, but I'm just saying, I don't. What does it? It's a 50-50 chance. Either it's a girl or a guy. So I don't really.
Not with a husband and a wife. No, it's not. If you're running out to a dude's car from your husband,
maybe it's a coworker. You needed a ride. There ain't no.
She said she was going to a domestic violence shelter.
Yeah, but I'm saying the guy, like, who knows who he is?
Yeah, he's nobody now. He's dead.
Yeah, well,
he was killed. He's done. That was it. He had, did you see the bike ride? Remember how you always tell me you like to ride in the back?
Mm-hmm.
Because you want to keep an eye on the front? Mm-hmm. Did you see what happened? Mm-mm. You didn't see it in Texas? Mm-mm. Was it yesterday or Friday?
What are you bringing up all this stuff from Texas?
I don't know. It's just where it was. They're the dumbasses. So, I guess, like, where was it at? Let me see here. It was in Fort Worth, Texas on 35, right? Motorcycle running in the like we do whenever we do the poker runs and stuff. They're all going down the highway on 35, and the lead guy's tire blows out. And 15 total bikes fucking just domino right into it. The whole thing just collapses. The whole,
Yeah.
Ugh. I don't know if you want to ride in the back now. That's what I'm saying.
No, I ride in the back and I leave a nice enough gap. If anything happens, I could stop.
And get out of the way.
Get out of the way or stop.
Yeah. Yeah, I believe in leaving the gaps too. I don't like that one. I don't like when we do the poker run, that's one thing that stresses me out is guys will come in and take up your, like I leave that gap and guys will come and slide in your space and it stresses me out.
Yeah,
I do too, but it stresses me out. I don't like it. But yeah, that's what happened. A tire blew out on a front bike and just wiped out everybody. Like, I think they said like 13 people went to the hospital or something like that. But it didn't say no fatalities.
But yeah.
Unbelievable how they can wreck and not die. That's crazy.
Yeah, remember when I told you we all stopped over there at Mark Smith's house? We all just stopped, and this one guy, he just come like a bowling ball through people. We was like, what the fuck?
From the back?
Mm-hmm. That's why I said I stay in the back and watch everybody else.
Did you ever figure out why? Does brakes go out or
Wasn't
something?
paying attention.
Oh,
No,
really?
it wasn't nothing like that. It wasn't mechanical.
Jeez. That's nuts. I don't know. They got this wrong way accident too on 130th and 90. Why are people getting on the highway wrong way all the
time.
fucking time?
Yeah.
It's constant. You're constantly hearing about it. And why don't they just put those spikes, those reverse spikes up?
The ones that they usually have at like airports or something like that.
Yeah, why don't they put those in? Just put them on all the ramps.
Because
everywhere.
this is Ohio.
What does that have to do with it?
They'll freeze up.
Oh. Yeah, but they might be froze up in the air. They might
right. Because that's how they work. They're spring loaded. So when you drive over them one way, they drop down.
Yeah.
So this is Ohio. This is different.
So if they get, they would be, they'd get froze up. Yeah, that's a good point. I never thought about that. They got to do something though. I heard that some of the ramps have like a built-in monitoring system that automatically notifies the police if a car goes on backwards. But it's like, if it goes on backwards, I mean, and you notified the police, I don't think that's enough time to fix the situation.
No, hell no.
That doesn't feel like it is, right?
Mm-mm. So you get on the wrong way. You get on the exit. How long is it going to take for the police to stop you?
Well, this one had there was multiple 911 calls, people calling.
Oh, she must have been, or whoever. Was it a woman or a man?
We're just going to go ahead and assume it was a woman.
Oh shit!
There was actually a woman and a man in an accident that she actually there was a collision, and it was a man and a woman, but I did not see which one they reported was going the wrong way. They did not. But I mean, there's a reason. There's a reason they didn't send all women crew to space until it was automated. That's all I'm saying. Bob Hickle says sometimes they put those signs up. It's confusing. I have been in situations where it's confusing, but I don't barrel ahead. I have seen times where the signs are confusing, but I don't barrel ahead and hope to figure it out. I freaking go, whoa, wait a minute, what's going on? I'll stop. I don't give a shit.
In the last few years, I've been hearing more about that.
The confusion signs?
Well, I'm saying people going the wrong way.
Oh, dude.
They got to do something with that.
It feels like I feel like there's like 3 or 4 a year, it feels like. In just this area. That's I can't even imagine the rest. And that's how many times did you learn that? Like 35 miles an hour head on is, like a 70 mile an hour. You know what I mean? Like, that's 60 miles an hour. Them cars could just implode when they hit.
I don't know what they can do, but they need to address it a lot more for sure.
Yeah, I don't know what you can do either. I don't know if you could put a ramp on exits or a gate on exits that only comes up when you're coming up to it or something. Mm-hmm. Or maybe it drops. That's a good idea. Instead of it, that's a good idea. Instead of having, I might have just invented something right here on air.
Probably not.
This is proof because I'm going to say it right now. Instead of it notifying the police who are at the donut shop, how about it just sends a signal to a gate that comes down like a train track and just stops you from going onto the highway?
It's called expense. What are you going to do? Put it on every one of them?
Yes. Yes, why not?
It's not feasible.
They put them on every train crossing.
So every exit there's as many train? No.
Probably.
Are you crazy?
Are you kidding me? Trains used to come through. Think about just how many railroad crossings. I mean, a train track will come through and it goes over how many roads, and every road has it. Yeah, I
Not
bet you
every road has it.
Nowadays they do. They didn't used to.
They got maybe a light, but they don't have the bar that comes down. Not all of them.
Really?
Yeah.
I haven't seen one without one in a long time. There used to be they wouldn't have them, but it's been a long time since I've seen one without. I haven't seen one without. I think that they've changed it. I don't think there is anymore. I don't think. Maybe there is, though. If somebody knows, let me know.
Yeah, remember they just had the big X with a couple lights on it? And there was no bar that came down?
Yeah, that was all the time. That was constant. That was when we were kids. A lot of tracks were like that. But nowadays, I think they all have them. I think. I'm pretty sure they do.
I don't know.
Yeah, they were. I don't know. But anyways, so that's what I had. You got anything else you want to talk about today?
Well, I just really think you have a problem with women driving.
It's not just me. I mean, Apollo 13, how many women were on that driving?
Here we go.
Actually, that being said, my wife is one of the most, like, she's a really good driver, but one of the things that's when I see her when she's in the car, like how she drives. She's a passenger princess when I'm driving. She's always telling me ahead what lanes. She's one of those, like, you're supposed to be in this lane. You got to be in this lane. And I'm like,
I'd pull over and be like, drive. Shit. Backseat driver shit.
But then she drives with Dylan. Apparently, Dylan gets in a car with my mom the one day,
and he's doing that to her.
And Dylan's telling my mom that his mom cusses all the time when they're driving.
Road rager.
Yeah, and I go, what? That's not true. And I go, Amanda, why is Dylan telling my mom that? And she just kind of went, So apparently when she's driving, it's, oh, you fucking idiot, get out of the way. Blah, blah, blah. So, but when she's the passenger princess, she always tells me where I'm supposed to be, how I got to get there, exactly what lane to be in. You know, she's got it all planned out. Mm-hmm. She's all thought it out all the way through. So, I mean, she must be a great driver.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's and I don't have any issues with women drivers whatsoever.
None.
No, it's just the world has noticed a stereotype. Stereotypes are there for a reason. They are. I mean, Puerto Ricans do like rice and beans. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? White people do like macaroni and cheese. I mean, it's just the way it is. Gay men do toss and talk with a lisp. These stereotypes exist for a reason.
I think it comes on and off when they choose it.
The lisps,
yeah.
Either way, they still do it, regardless. All I'm saying
is, that's it.
Stereotypes exist for a reason.
All right.
So if that stereotype is there, it exists for a reason, is all I'm saying. That's my point.
Okay.
I didn't make up the stereotype. I just agreed with it. And you know what? That was the other thing. I remember when Alexa first started driving. Not first, maybe a couple years in. I seen her one day. I was so proud. She was at stop sign. I'm driving past. She's coming in, I think off Indian Hollow, and I was on.
She made a complete stop.
No, she's like this. She's, 10 and 2, and she's just stiff, and she's just like she's supposed to be, right? Mm. And then, like a week later, she gets a 80 and a 35.
Yeah.
And it's all like it's supposed to be a big secret because she's in my car when she does it. She's on her way to work, and she's in my car, and her and Amanda keep the secret from me. I guess it's not a secret no more. But yeah, she's like, I think it was like 80 and a 35.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's some points, huh?
Yeah, but I mean, that's, I'm thinking, oh, I'm so proud. Look at her. She's just being a good girl. Look at her. But not so much. Anyways.
Yeah.
All right. It's happy Easter to everyone. I'm going to go eat some Easter food and some boiled eggs. And Gito's going to ignore his family all day. So
that's right.
All right. We're getting out of here. Peace.